If somebody in your church community discloses abuse to you or you spot the signs yourself, it can be really difficult to know what to do next. For many victims and survivors, the first time that they speak to somebody is a real turning point. But as churchgoers, we can often feel ill-equipped. We might panic or worry about saying or doing the wrong thing. But you do not need to be a professional to respond well. If you suspect that abuse is going on, please do not hesitate to respond. You do not need to be certain that abuse is happening to show concern. The first step should always be to seek advice from a church safeguarding officer. Unless there is an immediate risk to life or there are children in danger, you should always seek consent from the potential victim to name them in your conversation with the safeguarding officer. If they do not consent to being named, you can still speak with the safeguarding officer but keep the people involved anonymous. You can keep an eye on and monitor the situation, but please do not try to investigate further yourself. If you are speaking to the potential victim, please make sure the conversation is held in private, particularly away from the person who you believe may be abusive. Do not ask leading questions or suggest what might be happening, and remember that it can take victims a long time to feel ready to speak out. Please do not apply extra pressure to them. If somebody discloses abuse to you themselves, you should find a private place to speak and ask if they would like a third party to be present. You should listen without interrupting, allowing them to share at their own pace, without any pressure to share more than they are ready to. You should believe them. False disclosures are very, very rare. If a victim is met with doubt or skepticism the first time they reach out for help, they are unlikely to do it again. You should reassure them that none of this is their fault. They are likely to have been blaming themselves and may even have been blamed by their abuser. Your reassurance is very important. If the victim would like to have further communication or contact with you, you should ask them how it is best to contact them. In some cases, victims may be having their phone calls, texts, or online activity monitored, so it is vital that you make sure any further communication will be private. You should contact a church safeguarding officer. As I said earlier, if the victim does not want to be named, then you should do this anonymously. You can also gently direct them to other services that may be able to help them further. If they are not ready to receive further help, you should respect that decision. They may not be ready to take further action yet, and that is okay. You should make record of your conversation. This can be done afterwards, but should preferably be done as soon as possible. You can reference the record section of the Methodist Church's domestic abuse policy for more information on how best to do this. Your job is to reassure, refer, and record. Do not try to rescue. You should not ask for proof. This can come across to a victim as doubt. You should not say things like, God does not like divorce, or have you tried praying more? There is no need to bring theology into this conversation. You should not pressure them to forgive or stay in the relationship. Forgiveness and reconciliation are not safe or required in domestic abuse situations. You should not give advice that you are not qualified to give. It is okay to say that you don't know and offer to help them find somebody that does instead. You should under no circumstances speak to or confront the abuser. This will put the victim at further risk. You should not promise to keep any secrets. It is absolutely vital that a safeguarding officer is informed. You may be the first person that somebody ever tells about the domestic abuse that they are experiencing. Your job is not to fix it or rescue them. Your job is to respond with compassion and support, and with their consent to refer them to somebody who is qualified to offer them more practical support. Please do know your limitations. It is important to let the victim know that whilst you care about them and want to help, you are not an expert and you can only do so much by yourself. Be open and honest in explaining what you can and can't do. It's also important to think of your own well-being. Please do not put yourself in situations that make you feel uncomfortable or unsafe.